We got no fear, no doubt, all in balls out. We're going up tonight to kick out every light, take anything we want, drink everything inside. We're going till the world stops turning while we burn it to the ground at night. We're screaming like demons and swinging from the ceiling.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here, getting dirty tonight at the Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. An awesome night we're going to have indeed here. The Eldora Speedway always bringing some great racing. And we're here hanging out once again with the guys at TDR Racing, the RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series, race number 5 of the season. It is live flag to flag right here on Full Velocity TV. Thanks out there, everybody in YouTube Live. Phil LaCasse here, along with my partner, as always, too tall, Todd Stan. I can't even talk you out of the gate tonight. At the controls for us here. And Todd, it looks like you have been a busy guy here the last 48 hours. This new layout you got out there, it looks fantastic. You know, you got more new toys. If anybody needed more new toys, I guess you're the great guy to have it here in this duo.
Yeah, definitely a better looking broadcast of this new layout. We're going to keep working at it. It's a fantastic looking layout. Got to thank Charles for actually making it available for us. It's a fantastic layout. We're going to make some adjustments to it and make it a little bit better here and there. And hopefully we'll have a nice new technical layout. There's a lot of cool little widgets that are way different than what we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV. We're right in the right way, right direction here, Phil. It's going to be interesting. Right now you see up on the board the qualifying times going down, and that's the interesting feature here. Scott Schreier, right now your pole sitter by 0.021 fast time.
Yeah, Scott put the fastest time down in practice. Currently has a quick time in qualifying. He comes in tonight as our series points leader, 12 points better than, you know, Martin Karch and David Day, who are currently tied for second in the standings. Both those guys having terrific seasons indeed. Look down further in the points, you find Jeremy Weatherby. He's currently 4th in the standings and grounding out in the top 5, the number 4 car of Randall Thompson, who has been on and off the racetrack tonight. Looks like the 4 car may be having some gremlins. We'll hope Randall gets those worked out, and he'll be part of what looks like is going to be an 11 car field here tonight at the Eldora Speedway for TDR's RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series. Qualifying time still going down onto the board for probably about a minute and a half left or so. But Todd, of course, you can't come out here to Full Velocity TV and not thank the guys from Kabang Energy Candy. They have stepped up in a big way, sponsoring this series every Wednesday night. The car counts a little bit on the greater side this week, up to 11 drivers. We've had a little bit of an increase over the course of the season. We always welcome more to come in and be a part of the going. Here, of course, the Open Pro Late Model Series, and earlier in the evening, the TDR Street Stock Series that took to a speedway here. Street Stocks week after week have just been absolutely fantastic racing, and really hope to get more of these guys involved.
I definitely hope to get a lot of these guys involved here on Full Velocity TV and in for this TDR Late Model Series, Pro Late Model Series here, sponsored by Kabang Energy Candy. And last night we gave away a giveaway of this Kabang Energy Candy. We're going to predict who the winners are going to be here tonight out there in the YouTube chat box. So hopefully we can get you guys to predict who these winners are going to be here this evening. Correct winner will get you 2 bags of this Kabang Energy Candy here live on Full Velocity TV. New look, new way. We're going to give away some prizes. What a better way to do that, Phil, here on Full Velocity Live on the air once again.
Yeah, you say it absolutely right. We'd love to give away that Kabang Energy Candy. Special thanks to Jeremy Weatherby and the entire gang at Kabang brand for bringing on the title sponsorship for this series here for the rest of the season. Can't believe it, Todd. Already race number 5 of 8 we're going to cover here. We were halfway home last week. We're down to the bitter end. You're going to start thinking ahead toward championship working here in the next couple of weeks. But believe it, qualifying is done. Scott Schreier is going to set our quick time here tonight. Qualifying quick time lap, I believe that was a 15.958 there. Just completely lost telemetry here on my end. But Todd, they're already starting to get ready to grid for heat racing action. Looks like 6 cars going to take those Speedway for 10 laps here in heat race number 1.
Heat race number 1 is getting ready to line up on grid, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, the Sidewinder, driving the number 2, our current points leader, that's Scott Schreier. His dancing partner to the outside, driving the 289, that's Jeremy Weatherby. Inside row number 2, starting in that 3rd starting position, newcomer here to the TDR Pro Late Model Series, that's Jamie Reed in the 15, Reed in the 15. Outside of him, the number 45 of Michael Massey. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, driving the number 4, that's Randall Thompson. And outside of him is Eric Fortinier in the number 23 machine. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, Eric. I know you're another newcomer here. So the TDR Pro Late Model Series, we're getting ready to go green flag racing here momentarily. We're going to send our first heat on its way.
We absolutely are there, Todd, as I'm trying to work on some clerical stuff on my end here. Everybody out there watching Full Velocity TV here, how do we get involved in this series? And I'm just here sending a couple of invites here, responding to some emails. But we're going to be here for 10 awesome laps here. Heat race number 1, Scott Schroyer, Jeremy Weatherby, an all Kabang front row there for heat race number 1. Newcomer Jamie Reed going to start inside row 2, the 15 car. Mike Massey is there. Randall Thompson having a breakout season, and newcomer Eric Fournier aboard car number 23. So we're looking for the green flag cars in. Flag is in the air. We're green flag racing here. First of 10 laps around the Eldora Speedway. Half-mile high bank. It's going to be an awesome night. Strap yourselves in. It's in for a wild ride. Scott Schroyer is going to open with the lap 1 lead here, Todd, as they work their way off turn 4.
Green flag definitely in the air. Schroyer drops down to the bottom, catfishing immediately. And that number 2 machine, a little bit different advantage here for the number 2 is Schroyer. Now Schroyer drifts back up to the top side to protect that. That's their fastest groove around Eldora Speedway, especially as the states go away. You're going to be pushing that cushion up next to that wall. Right now, we're in about middle groove in that number 2 machine. 9 laps to go here for the number 8 laps to go for the number 2 of Scott Schroyer, current race leader. Jeremy Weatherby running in that second spot in that 289. He's highly contested with the number 15 and Jamie Reed. Reed right now all over the rear bumper. That Kabang Energy sponsored machine, the 289 of Jeremy Weatherby.
Yeah, Weatherby there currently running second. As you said, Jamie Reed, that 15 car, he is just all over like a cheap suit there. The number 15 trying to work over the bottom side. Look at all the great camber work here in Rossburg, Ohio for the Eldora racetrack here tonight. RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series come to life. Scott Schroyer, our quick time tonight, trying to make quick work of this one as we're approaching halfway next time around. The Flying Deuce in the race lead, Weatherby second. Jamie Reed's not going away in third, and great run from Mike Massey. He's right there currently running fourth. Good 4-car battle at the end of the front.
Fantastic 4-car battle up towards the front. Mike Massey, as you say it. And then number 45 machine, he having a good run here once again. Running in that 4th spot. Good run for the 45 as we got 4 laps to remain here in heat race number 1. And Scott Schroyer, it's been all Scott Schroyer here for the lead here. 23 makes contact with Scott Schroyer. That is damage there, and lap traffic once again going to cost Schroyer a little bit there. Schroyer dropping back down to the bottom. Jeremy Weatherby to the outside. He is now your current race leader. Schroyer back to second. Tough break for Scott Schroyer in the number 2 machine. Schroyer, not the benefactor. There's looks like another car. I believe that's a 23 still going around. The 15 now around the number 2 is Scott Schroyer. Now it touches the outside rail. Schroyer back down to the bottom. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 to go.
Yeah, Schroyer having some issues here with the lap traffic. Weatherby's going to bring himself out to the lead. Does Schroyer have anything left now? He's going to make work with the 15 car of Jamie Reed through the opening laps. That 15 car looks to be awfully stout as well, but off turn 4, white flag going to go up in the air. One more trip around the fast half mile. Looks like Jeremy Weatherby may be the car that, gets that benefit of the hiccups there for the 2 car as they work their way to turn 3 for the final time. Off of 4, checkered flag in the air. Give heat race number 1 to the 289 of Jeremy Weatherby. He'll go to victory lane. Looks like Jamie Reed going to end up second, Scott Schroyer third, Mike Massey fourth, Randall Thompson fifth, and Eric Fournier going to finish up sixth there in the number 23. So that was a lightning fast 10 laps here around the Eldora Speedway. I'm expecting we're going to see much of the same here in heat race number 2.
Yeah, definitely going to see the same tough break for Scott Schroyer once again. Luckily, it happened here in the heat race. Schroyer going to be able to make some time there. We see heat number 2 getting ready, getting lined up, getting stacked, getting packed down there on pit road. And heat 2 is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 13. That's the high side hustler. That's Martin Karch. Inside of him, driving the number 9 tonight here. That's Mr. Excitement, David Day. Inside road number 2 is starting in that 3rd starting position. That's Charlie Startsman. In that number 5 machine outside of him is Brandon Bradney in that number 35. And shotgun on the field, another rookie here this season and doing a fantastic job. That's Joel Bye. And the number 70 going to start 5th.
Yeah, you got 5 drivers going to take the green flag here. 10 laps around the Eldora Speedway here. That's a pretty heavy studded field we got here. Martin Karch, David Day, Charlie Startsman, Brandon Bradney, and Joe By, who's had a really terrific season here and through his opening voyage of the RTZ Open Pro Late Model season. So we're going to have 10 more laps around. You look at that flying green, number 13, Martin Karch, dispelling all the rumors about, the green race cars bringing you all bad luck. He's going to try to put that aside. He's got a buddy out alongside, the number 9 car of David Day, going to start on the outside pole. You know, back in the day there, Martin Karch, he's always found a keen love for the Eldora Speedway there, Todd. He's won hundreds of races around this Speedway over the years. And I know he was a guy chomping at the bit to get here tonight. If there's a guy who may contend to knock Scott Schroyer off that victory lane podium tonight, keep an eye on that green number 13. I think he's going to be a comer. His pace truck has found its way to pit road.
The loud pedal is down. Green flag is back in the air here for heat race number 2. The first green flag, I should say. David Day showing his muscle on the outside. That number 9 machine, he takes over that lead from the high side. Hustler Martin Karch. Karch a little bit different of a start for that number 13 machine. He drops back to that second spot immediately. Charlie Startzman. And that number 5, he is running in third. Immediately, the number 13 of Martin Karch goes to the offensive play here with the number 13 machine, trying to get around the number 9 of David Day. Day right now has the top shelf locked and loaded. We're going to have to see if Martin Karch going to be able to get by him here as he makes contact, a little bit of contact with that outside wall. Looks like High Line is starting to prevail here at Eldora Speedway early on in heat number 2.
Absolutely is, and you know, we call Martin the high side hustler. Well, you can't really do much on the outside if the race leader's going to be out there. You may need to find room to the low side. David A not giving up the outside lane whatsoever. I can't believe one more time around we're going to be halfway home here in heat race number 2. It is happening in a fast clip tonight at the Eldora Raceway, as it normally would. David A with the lead. Martin Karch is, you know, all over him like a I can't even come up with the assembly there. It's so close you can't stick a credit card between them. And 13 car is there. All of the 9 starts and right there about 3 car lengths back, but you've got to keep your eyes peeled to that race up front, Todd. Definitely the best race on the racetrack.
Definitely going to be the best race there. Those guys have battled week in and week out, especially in the heat races. And David Day has captured some heat races, has not captured a win here in the feature event here, looking to capture maybe his first feature event here at the TDR Pro Late Model Series. Right now, working on a heat race win once again. And that number 9 machine, 4 laps remain here as we go down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. It's still a slight advantage to that number 9 of David Day off of 4 with all kinds of bite with that number 9 machine. The 13 starting to go down. It's almost slide job. I believe that's going to be pulled off there. Almost a slider by the number 13 of Martin Karch. Not able to get by the number 9 of David Day that time by. Coming down here through turn number 3. It's still David Day with a 3 car length advantage. 2 laps to go here for that number 9 machine. Popsicle sticks in the air.
Yeah, 2 more circuits around. I was going to scream slide job, but I think somebody already has that line and that gimmick taken, so I won't do any infringement there. But white flag up in the air. 1 more trip around the Rossburg, Ohio Eldora Speedway for David Day. The number 9 car here tonight kept that thing up in the high side. Martin Karch took 1 really good move to the low side. Could not make it stick. 1 more chance off of turn number 4. Looks like it's going to be in a photo finish. Give it to Martin Karch, the 13. He pulls that slider off. Martin Karch picks up the win in heat race number 2 over the 9 car of David Day. 2nd, Charlie Startzman finishes up 3rd. Joe By 4th, and Brandon Bradley, I think, had issues right out of the gate here in heat race number 2. That's your 5-car field, but that was exciting there, Todd. Great race up front. Martin pulling that late race slider, almost like he had that in his back pocket the whole time and saved it for that last corner coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I don't expect anything less from those two. Those drivers get along pretty well outside the track, and those guys like to lean on each other, and those guys are a class act, both of them, David Day and Martin Karch. And Karch able to pull a fast one there on David Day, but is Day going to be able to pull the fast one here on the feature? These guys got about 5 minutes to warm up. We're going to throw it down trackside here for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, the national anthem gets us started here. Pre-race festivities going on for TDR's RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series, and you saw two really fantastic heat races for these guys here tonight. 10 laps for the distance. Well, we're going to open it up here to feature racing here in just a few moments. 50 laps going to be the main event distance here, but as you saw, Todd, 10 laps in heat racing action. Fast 50 here tonight. The caliber of these guys we have in the server here this evening, it is going to be lightning fast. We're going to see a lot of action, and maybe we can see some slide jobs for the end of this thing. This racetrack looks to be really conducive to some really aggressive driving here tonight. It is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're going to have to see those passes with those slide jobs, trying to duck it down into the corner there. And like we said earlier in the show, it's going to become high line dominant here at Eldora Speedway. That's just the way of the land. And what happens here, track state started off a little less tacky than normal here for these drivers, throwing a little bit of a curveball at them in the TDR Pro Late Model Series, trying to figure out what these guys can do, drivers can do here for that matter. Right now, your current fast time is being set by the number 2, Scott Schroyer, here in this warm-up. And Schroyer right now is 15.895 is the fastest lap of warm-up. So these guys just fighting tooth and nail, and just watching the 13 and the number 9 here right on each other, and 5 having a good run here in practice. And it's interesting to see how this is going to play out here tonight. Guys, there's some guys out there in YouTube land who wants some shots with these Kabang Energy Candy. I'm pretty sure of it. If you guys want a shot at the Kabang Energy Candy, you guys gotta make a pick. You gotta make a pick before 15 to go, guys. So before 15 to go here this evening, you gotta put your pick out there, YouTube land. There's no rebuttals. As soon as you put it out there, that is your pick. So make sure you guys pick one of these guys. Winner will receive 2 bags of Kabang Energy. If there's multiple winners, we will make sure we'll have to split them up, obviously. Or if there's 3 winners, I guess I'll have to send 3 bags out. But that's what we're going to do here. Kabang Energy Candy sponsoring Full Velocity TV, sponsoring the TDR Pro Late Model Series. Got a big thanks to those guys out there. Jeremy Weatherby and those guys did a fantastic job getting those candies to us there, Phil. And they're fantastic. 4 different flavors.
Well, I know I'm anxious for my package to arrive in the mail as well and try out some of the stuff. Now we're going to give away 2 more packages here tonight to whoever can predict who is going to win this 50-lap A main. So I want you guys out there that are watching YouTube Live. I see the chat box has been pretty engaged. I've been following along with the dialogue, and I think some guys even from the racetrack, gonna fire back with that too. So it's great out there. But guys, put in your predictions now. Who is going to win here this 50-lap A main? The first one to correctly guess who the winner is going to be, well, your job is going to be simple. Contact us via email, fullvelocitytv@gmail.com, and we will send you 2 packages of this all-new Kabang Energy Candy here. Great stuff. Can't wait to try it myself. Todd says it's fantastic. Had a lucky winner last night when we were on the air. We're going to do it one more time tonight. So you guys want to get your hands on some candy, get those predictions in now. Who's it going to go to victory lane here when we get rid of 50 laps at the Eldora Speedway? Todd, I think we're about to find out as these cars are starting to grid. We are going to set this field. We are going to go racing for 50 laps around the TDR RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series. It is going to be electric.
Definitely going to be electric fireworks going off here at Eldora Speedway, up in the air. Wish I could get the fireworks display, but we're going to see fireworks out there on the track. Your starting lineup is going to go away like this for the feature here tonight. Starting on the pole, driving that Kabang Energy sponsored machine, driving the 289, that's Jeremy Weatherby, and his dancing partner outside, driving the number 13 Planners sponsored Broken Mirror Saloon, Black Cat, Industries number 13. That's the high side hustler, Martin Karch. Inside row number 2, starting in that 3rd starting position, the number 15 machine being sponsored here tonight by Nationwide. That's Jamie Reed, and outside of him, that Team Crush sponsor 3-unit machine. That's the number 9. That's Mr. Excitement, David Day. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, that's the Sidewinder, Scott Schroyer. And outside of him, driving the number 5, that's Charlie Startzman. Inside row number 4, starting in that 7th starting position, driving the number 45, that's Michael Massey. And his dancing partner to the outside, that's number 70, Joel By. Randall Thompson, Brandon Bradley, and Eric Fournier round out the rest of the field. Loud pedal is down, green flags in the air, and look how quick these guys come down here into turn number 1. Weatherby leading here momentarily, 3 and 4 wide off of turn number 2.
Yeah, that was a really cool picture there. See these guys fanned out 4 wide off of turn number 2. First one sprinting out of that gate with the race lead will be the 289 of Jeremy Weatherby.
Number 2 is Scott Schroyer down on the bottom side there, as I think we lost Phil there momentarily. Schroyer battling for that 3rd spot. He's going to get around the number 15 machine of Jamie Reed. Reed now drop kicked back to that 4th position, falls into the clutches of the number 9, Mr. Excitement, David Day. Weatherby under constant pressure here. Here comes the number 2 is Scott Schroyer. On the outside is Martin Karch, 3 wide through the corner. It's going to be Scott Schroyer leading that time by the number 289, Jeremy Weatherby, dropping back to that 2nd spot. So your current points leader, Scott Schroyer, out to the lead, the 13 of Martin Karch, trying to get around Weatherby on the outside. But Schroyer, one of those guys, he's running the bottom to middle groove. These other guys running the top side. Looks like Martin Karch having a great battle with the 289 and Jeremy Weatherby. Looks like Weatherby's going to give up that position to the 13 of Martin Karch. Now Karch closes the gap between himself and the number 2 is Scott Schroyer.
Yeah, it's a battle of teammates up there for the race league too, as Karch trying to make the assault on the 2-car of Scott Schroyer. Great race going on up there for that lead spot. Schroyer up high. Martin trying to work his way around the low side as they exit off the corner. Not going to make the run this time. That's going to allow 3rd place running Jeremy Weatherby, the 289. He'll sneak back into the fold. That's a 3-car dance up front. David Day's also there. Jamie Reed, the 15, 5-car breakaway to the front of the field. Scott Schroyer not going to give up that lane there, Todd. 8 laps going up on the board next time around.
Now Martin Karch coming under pressure from the 289 through turn number 3. Karch on the outside, the 289, and Weatherby trying to work over the bottom side. No forward bite off the corner for that number 289. Machine falls back into the clutches of David Day. Nice battle going on there, and contact made. Weatherby into the outside wall. I believe that's going to bring our yellow flag. Jeremy Weatherby and the 289. Heavy contact to the outside wall, and there might have been even more initial contact, as now he is catwalking down the straightaway here into the corners. That's never a good sign. Something broke on the 289 of Jeremy Weatherby, that Kabang Energy sponsored machine, and he was having a good run, but something has definitely broke on that machine.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the contact, if there was contact between the 2 drivers or not, or if the 289 just got up there and a little overzealous against the wall, but definitely 289 going around in a heap there. That's going to make a really long night for the 289. Not sure if there was something broken on the front end of that race car or not, but we'll have to update, as looks like he's going to come to pit road for a quick repair there. So no, 1 lap down at least going to be lost there for the 289. A tough break for Jeremy Weatherby. Todd had a great top 3 car here in the opening 10 laps, but looks like this race for him, if he's going to win it from here, it's going to have to come from behind with a tore up race car. Hopefully they get that thing fixed.
Hopefully, definitely, they're going to be able to get that thing fixed. Beyond a good points night here for Weatherby. Bradley is going to finish up, I believe, in that 11th position here. The biggest field that we've had this year, but unfortunate events there for Weatherby, as Weatherby was hanging on there inside the top 3, had a good run going for him. The 15's pretty damaged on the rear end of his machine. That's Jamie Reed in the 15 machine, that Nationwide sponsored machine. So got heavy rear end damage to that number 15 machine. David Day still running in 4th. Michael Massey is 5th. 6th is Randall Thompson, and now Thompson actually currently running in 5th. Massey is 6th. So these guys are double file once again, getting ready to watch these guys drop the hammer here once again off of turn number 4. Leader gets the choice, when to fire. That's going to be Scott Schroyer. Green flags in the air. Scott Schroyer back out to the lead. Mark Karch in 2nd, but he is contested here by the number 15 of Jamie Reed. Reed down to the bottom side but Karch just gets the muscle on the outside. And then number 13 machine, the 5 of David Day, now moving around, I believe, the 15 machine. Heavy battle here between the number 5, or the number 9, excuse me, of David Day and the 15 machine of Jamie Reed. Here comes David Day, put him into third.
David Day had that move on the outside lane. Looks like that's where the preferred line is going to be, up there, just, you know, using that cushion all leaving long up against the wall. And, you know, even at some points tonight, you may see guys jump that cushion here, but that's put away for third. Top 3 are settled amongst himself up front. Move Reed in the 15 back to the 4 spot. Good run going on tonight, Todd, for the 45 car of Mike Massey. He is up in the top 5, having a very solid run of himself. He's got some pressure behind him. The 5 car of Charlie Starksman is all over him. Charlie trying to run room to the high side. Massey looking to the low side. Great race for that 5th spot as they work their way up to turn 4. Yeah, that is where all the grip in the racetrack seems to be. Every car on the racetrack is, if you could, you know, push more up to the outside, up against the wall. I mean, I think these guys would try to move the wall out even further to find more grip up there if they could find it this evening. But Schwer has not made a mistake up front at all through the first 20 laps. He's pacing this field. Martin Karch has fallen about 3 or 4 car lengths behind. 5 car lengths behind him, you find the 9 car of David Day, then the 15 of Jamie Reed. Those 4 drivers have walked away from the field. You got to go all the way back 5+ seconds till you find that battle between the starts of machine number 5, the 45 of Mike Massey, the 4 car of Randall Thompson is out there. But we have caution flag on the Speedway. Caution flag number 2 of the event now on lap number 22. And I'm not sure where this all broke out there, Todd. Looks like it may be toward the back part of the field. May have collected, I believe Joel By in the number 70 car may have got a piece. Eric Fournier, the 23 car, may have also got involved as well. So looks like a little 2-car tangle. Going to put us on a caution flag for the 2nd time tonight here at Eldora.
Yeah, 2nd yellow flag here at Eldora Speedway. Like you said, and I believe it was the number 23 that was involved in that one. David Day even got some damage here in the number 5 machine. A lot of these guys running so close to the wall, they're making slight contact and just bending some sheet metal out there. And like the number 5 or the number 15 machine, those guys having a good race. But the 2 and the 13 have been in a, I'm going to say, their own zip code here, maybe in their own area code. We're going to go that far so far. The 5 of David Day and the 15 have not been able to contend with these 2 guys. They've been able to walk away. But we're going to have to see if David Day has a longer run setup here. Now that he's running 3rd, he doesn't have anybody to get by. Is he going to be able to stay with the 2 in the 13, Phil? Those questions are going to be answered, but what do you think?
I think him on the inside lane, he's going to have to drive it in about as deep as he can on the restart, because I think the outside lane going to be the place to be. We'll have to see what Scott Schwer decides here. It looks like he may be picking the inside lane for the restart, so that's going to be very interesting to watch here. Pace truck making its way in. Green flag back up in the air. We're back to racing here at Eldora. Schwer first one there. He stomps that loud pedal down. He's going to break free of the 13. Now it's going to be a good race for 2nd. The 9 of David Day to the inside of Martin Karch. Looks like Martin may have held on for the position. Good racing nonetheless back there. 13 going to hold on for 2nd now as we have contact, carnage, and caution flag on the Speedway. David Day has gone around to the number 9 car, and I think there was even more contact back beyond there as well. But caution flag number 3 of the evening is we're now past the halfway marker, 26 of 50 on the board. I believe now the name of the land, I think the 15 car may have gotten to the 5, but that's going to be a single file restart here the rest of the night. These guys get past 3 caution flags. We put it in single file formation, so I think that's going to be benefit Scott Schroyer there. He's going to be up on the outside lane. We know Martin's going to fast piece, able to pull the slide jobs, but advantage Scott here. He'll be able to restart on the high side.
Yeah, definitely an advantage for the number 2 is Scott Schroyer, that Budweiser King of Your Sponsor machine, a different paint scheme. He went back to his old paint scheme here tonight. That number 2 machine, the 13 of Martin Karch, going to be able to start behind him, but it's going to be single file, like you said, Phil. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Right now, your current running order, and you know David Day's towards the back. Your current running order, the number 2 is Scott Schroyer, your current race leader. Second is Martin Karch. Jamie Reed is third. Fourth is Charlie Startzman. Fifth is Michael Massey. Joe By is sixth. Seventh is Randall Thompson. Eighth is Mr. Excitement David Day. Eric Fournier in the number 23. He is ninth. 10th is Jeremy Weatherby. And out of this event is Brandon Bradley in the number 35 machine, finishing up 11th here on Full Velocity TV for the TDR Pro Late Model Series here at Eldora Speedway. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Scott Schroyer hammers down on that loud pedal already. Rather quick start here for Scott Schroyer. He has a choice when to go, and look at that big gap Schroyer has between himself and the 13 of Martin Karch. Karch and Schroyer, probably about 3 to 4 car lengths difference between the two in that number 13 machine.
Got 2 car lengths there, but the 15 car of Jamie Reed is not going away. We have a good race going on for 4th place on back. Charlie Startzman and Mike Massey, those 2 guys have been at battle all evening long. Startzman has the spot, but looks like it's Massey, the 45 car. He's had that thing planted down to the low side almost all evening long. Mike Massey on the prowl, a good solid top 5 run, but all chasing Kurt race leader. That's Scott Schroyer. He's got a 3 car length advantage there as they head toward turn 3.
3 car length advantage as they head turn number 3, and out of turn number 4 it's going to be Scott Schroyer leading lap number 31 of 50, starting lap 32 of 50 here, so about 18 laps to go here for that number 2 machine, but the 13 has caught him once again. That is Martin Karch. Karch all over the rear bumper. Is he going to be able to pull a slide job, or is he not going to be able to? We're going to see this time by Scott Schroyer ran a 15.886. Martin Karch ran a 15.747. So Karch is indeed faster than the 2 of Scott Schroyer at the moment. So Schroyer able to hold on. He's got the preferred group. He's going to make that 13 go around him. Yellow flag going to fly once again, Phil, though, as my keyboard initiates the yellow flag, and I see it flashing in my eyes. So yellow flag comes out. I know it's yellow. And once again, we're under a slowed pace here at Eldora Speedway.
And you know who I think that's going to benefit there? The fastest car, I believe, on the Speedway those last couple of laps. I think it was 9 car of David Day. If not the fastest, got to be one of them. Started tail end, made quick work of Randall Thompson. The 70 car of Joe By took 1 corner, made a move around Mike Massey, and then just as they came toward that caution flag coming out, he was on the high side, absolutely digging. He was able to make his way around the 5 of Charlie Startzman. So David Day not out of this event yet, as we've got about 15 laps remaining. He's going to restart here, 4th on the restart, put him right back to where he was in a battle there with Jamie Reed, and see if any of those 2 guys can get up there and battle with our RTZ Racing teammates there. Scott Schroyer and Martin Karch are currently 1-2. Those guys trying to battle it amongst themselves. No surprise at all to see them guys. They're 1-2 in the standings, as is David Day. He's in that 2-way tie with Martin for the runner-up spot. So no surprise to see those 3 guys up there, Todd, mixing it up amongst the top 4. It's been the story here all season long. And could it be one of those 3 guys at the points, or could it be Jamie Neal, one of the newcomers here? We'll find out probably about 15 laps from now as we prepare for a restart.
Definitely getting ready to prepare for a restart. Scott Schroyer going to be your leader here, and again, he gets to fire whenever he wants to there off of turn number 4. It doesn't matter if the green flag comes out, as long as you don't get that black flag. The 2 Scott Schroyer has that advantage, like we said. Single file is the way of the land here. Now for the TDR Pro Late Model Series, after 3 yellow flags, that's the way it goes. No more double file, but Eldora Speedway has been so far a pretty good race. We're going to see if the 13 has something for the 2, maybe even the 15, or the number 9 machine. Green flag back in the air this time. Schroyer a little bit slower on the start. but able to outfox the number 13 of Martin Karch once again. About a car length and a half advantage this time. Not quite the 5 car length advantage he had last time. Number 15 machine still running in that 3rd spot, but I'm going to tell you, heavy pressure is going to come for that number 9 of David Day as he's coming, and he is on rails right now in that number 9 machine.
And he really is, and he's going to peek to the inside of the 15 of Jamie Reed. David get a little bit out of shape as, you know, that car got sideways, but that 9 not going to pull out of the throttle whatsoever. He's going to be digging down to the low side. David Day trying to make something happen with Jamie Reed, see if he can get up there and battle with the top 2. I'm not sure he had the race car there to complete that pass there, Todd, as those guys having a really good battle. Jamie Reed holding on to 3rd here as we have 10 laps remaining here, the 50-lap feature at the Eldora Raceway.
And 10 laps remaining here for the number 2, Scott Schroyer. Schroyer about a 2 car length advantage over the number 13 of Martin Karch. Again, these two are teammates, so we're going to see what happens. Schroyer makes a little bit of contact, making love with that outside wall. That's not what he wants to do there off of turn number 4, but he's able to maintain that lead, but Karch right there at his rear bumper.
Karch is there, not going to go away, and if Schroyer's going to make one mistake, well, the self-proclaimed king of Eldora, old Martin Karch, he may find his way back to Eldora victory lane. He's going to have to make quick work happen. They may have lap cars, you know, kind of factor in this as well. The 4 car of Randall Thompson's going to stay to the low side of the racetrack. These guys are going to chase him down almost too wide there. Schroyer going to make the pass. Martin catches him at the inappropriate time there. Put the 13 around the lap car. Now the 15 of Jamie Reed makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall as he clears the lap traffic. So the top 3 are clear, but that's only opened up the advantage for the 2 car of Schroyer. Call that 5 car lengths at the start finish line. We're going to have 5 laps remaining next time around.
Yeah, going to be a handful of laps remaining here as we come to the stripe this time. Coming through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Nice smooth line by the number 2, Scott Schroyer. 5 laps remain here on the 50-lap feature at Eldora Speedway. TDR Pro Late Model Series, it's Scott Schroyer so far, and he has not the quickest lap of the race. The quickest lap of the race has been Martin Karch with a 15.747, and that was on lap number 32. So Karch a little bit faster here towards the end of this event. Schroyer able to piece together a better run. Yellow flag going to fly once again at 4 to go there, Phil. I don't know if we're going to get a restart this time.
I believe these guys are racing back to the flag, and I don't want to jinx it here, Tom, but I think that may end it here. I believe 48 going to go on the board, so I don't think we're going to get a restart here within 2 laps. That may bring Scott Schroyer yet another victory here in the RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series from TDR Racing. Can't unofficially call him the winner so far. We've seen crazier things happen, but I'll leave it. It's going to be 2 to go from the line this time from the starter stand. I believe, Todd, we may have seen the effective end of this race, but we've seen crazier things happen. But you got to think it would have to go out this time to get that 1-lap shootout. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, definitely don't see it happening here. It looks like Jamie Reed right now in that 3rd spot. His newcomer did purchase a license here to come and race with us here at Eldora Speedway here this evening. He's going to pull off a podium finish as long as those yellow lights stay out and or stay on. I believe they're going to indeed stay on as we're getting to 1 lap to go. So we got white flag and the yellow flag up in the air. Scott Schroyer looks like he's going to take down the victory. Karch is going to be 2nd here. That's barring anything that's going to happen as we do got the final lap. This is going to finish under yellow. So anybody that had Scott Schroyer, get your address, send it to fullvelocitytv@gmail.com. fullvelocitytv@gmail.com. Send us your mailing address. We'll make sure we get that out just like we did with the Hobo Racing League and what was going on for those that lucky winner. I believe it was Judy that won the other night here at Hobo last night. So we're going to continue to give away some of this stuff here on Full Velocity TV. Let us know what your thoughts are with them. They're pretty good candy. They got B6, B12, and they got ginseng in them. So checkered flag going to fly for the number 2 of Scott Schroyer. The Sidewinder picking up another victory here on Full Velocity TV. He's going to pad that points lead. In that number 2 machine, Martin Karch going to finish up 2nd. 3rd is going to be Jamie Reed. 4th is going to be David Day, Charlie Startzman finishing 5th. 6th, Michael Massey, Joe By 7th. 8th, Randall Thompson, Harry Fortier. In the 23, going to finish up 9th. Jeremy Weatherby in the 28, going to finish up 10th. And 11th, Brandon Bradley. And as Scott Schroyer comes to victory lane with all the fireworks, the smoke show here for the number 2 of Scott Schroyer down in victory lane. I'm going to take my time, try to get down to victory lane. I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic when they're here again here on Full Velocity TV.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a fireworks display. These guys at Eldora, they do that better than anybody else here. And it's going to be Scott Schroyer going to celebrate here in victory lane. He held off one of the best here tonight in Martin Karch in doing so. And, you know, we'll let Todd get down there and talk to Scott. I'll run down here and talk to Martin. I don't believe we're going to have communication with Jamie Reed. Think we were a little late getting that out to him as he was a late comer here tonight. But if I see that name pop in here through our communication, we will certainly pull him into the mix, and we'll talk to our top 3 here. But I'm going to start here. We'll talk to our runner-up finisher. That's that green number 13, the high side hustler, Martin Karch, finishing up in that second spot. Martin, great run for that old green machine here tonight. One spot short. I'm pretty sure you're the last guy who wanted to see that caution flag. Is maybe you were setting up for one of those patent slide jobs there once again.
I'm not going to say, but it was in the back of my mind. But nah, it was Scott's race, so he got it.
You definitely made him earn it there tonight. You applied about all the pressure I think you could do without really driving it in there and maybe making a bump out of both of you. But really good run here. Looks like top side of the racetrack here tonight is definitely where you had to be. Didn't see many guys go down there and make one of those passes low. Saw you in the heat race pull that really good slide job there on David Day at the end. But was there anything more in the racetrack you could have got, or was that how you were going to have to complete one of those passes here, the way that top side really seemed to work its way in?
The way the top side worked in, you had 2 options. Sit back and wait for the person to make a mistake, or try pulling a slider. But this late in the race, or that late in the race, the slider wasn't going to be worth it, just because who's to say it would work, or we would both go around and lose our spots.
Well, they say the runner-up is the first loser here tonight, and you may feel that way. You're going to break free of David Day in the points, but you're going to have to chase down, I think it's 14 between yourself and teammate Scott Schroyer. You're starting to run out of races. You're going to have to keep finishing up there and hope that our teammate Scott may make a mistake, but I can't believe you're going to be rooting against a teammate to make that mistake.
Well, I know some of the tracks that we're going to be coming to are his least favorite tracks, so we'll just have to see if it plays into our hand.
Well, absolutely. Well, Martin, congratulations, buddy. A runner-up finisher here tonight. I'm going to toss you the microphone. We have a good crowd out here on YouTube Live here tonight. Chat has been alive all evening long. Why don't you say hello to them and to anybody else you got to say hi to out there?
Yeah, I know I'm one of the most hated people in the chat box right now, but you know what? I don't care. Just want to give a shout out to you guys here at Full Throttle TV, or Full Velocity TV. Wow. Shut your mouth, Phil. But just want to thank you guys, all the drivers here at TDR, the admins, the fans watching week in and week out. We try putting on the best show we can.
Well, it was certainly good here tonight. That's the 13 car, bright green there for Martin Karch. She finishes up here in the runner-up spot here tonight, but I'm going to throw it down to victory lane, and this may start becoming old hat. I'm sure Scott's not going to be this feeling doesn't get old whatsoever. But Todd, you got our race winner, Scott Schroyer, going to pad that points lead tonight here in Eldora.
Definitely down here in victory lane, trying to get the microphone to work. We got it working. I thought the dousing of whatever he had in his beverage of choice here on the microphone was going to ruin the microphone, but Scott Schroyer, another enjoyable victory here on Full Velocity TV, and fantastic job here coming through the field there early in the going. You made the bottom side work, you got to the lead, and you stayed right up front and held your lead. So tell us about what your advantage was. I know you had some trouble in that heat race, and you had to start a little bit further back than you probably would have liked. You jumped down to the bottom, you worked your way to the front, and how hard was it to hold on to all that?
It wasn't too bad there at the start. I kind of figured, the rest of these guys would be, fighting for the outside there and probably trying to run that high line. So, and starting fifth, I knew probably our only chance was to jump on the bottom and try to make it stick, and it did, and we got a couple breaks there. I know Martin and Jeremy got together there a little bit, kind of slowed them up and allowed us to get by, but you know, that happens. It's happened to me. I hate it. You know, I know Martin's tough. He's always tough here, and I just kept waiting for that last minute slider that Martin's famous for here, and luckily, you know, it didn't happen, and caution come out, and we were able to hang on.
Yeah, able to hang on and pad your points lead a little bit more. And Martin Karch and myself, knowing I hang out with you guys, and a teammate, maybe the slower teammate of all of you guys, but Martin Karch said that these tracks that are coming up are some of your most difficult tracks that you have to race at. So how are you going to conquer that theory and make sure Martin Karch don't win those races and you finish either right behind him or actually in front of him there?
Well, you know, and that's true. That's true what Martin says. The tracks that are coming up are not my best by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, I had the mindset tonight that we weren't going to win here tonight, so it was a plus because I know Martin is always tough here, and Martin loves that high side, and I just, you know, so I have to take this as a plus and an advantage, and hopefully we can just, you know, stay close and maybe even, you know, luck into another win here in the last couple of races.
Astounding points lead as it is right now for you, Scott. I'm going to give you the microphone, what's accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV. The microphone, thank whoever you'd like to thank. You made a lucky fan out there get some of that Kabang Energy Candy. They picked you. I believe it was Brendan the Jet, or Brent the Jet. I'm not quite 100% positive. I could not quite see his name, Phil. You're going to have to verify that with me, but they did win Kabang Energy Candy because they picked you to win tonight, so you did have some fans out there in the chat box.
Great, that's good. That's always good when, you know, we get people in here watching and they can benefit from it. So congratulations to him. I want to thank Full Velocity TV. You guys do a great job. Phil, Todd, as always. Kabang Energy Candies. It's been on the car since, I don't know, second or third race, and we've done well with it. Budweiser, GRT race cars, and you know, I'm Martin Karch, you know, he's a teammate there, and we worked together. We were going back and forth there on gears and fuel, even as much as coming to the green. And so, you know, I'd like to thank all them guys. But thanks again, as always.
Well, picking up the victory here tonight is the driver number 2, Budweiser Kabang Energy Sponsor Machine. That's the Sidewinder, Scott Schroyer, here tonight, Phil. Great racing here all the way around. We had a pretty good YouTube crowd out there this evening, a little bit better than we have before. A few more drivers here at the TDR Pro Late Model Series. This series is starting to stick here, and we're getting towards the end of the season. I hear rumors of maybe some money thrown at the last race here live on Full Velocity TV. And you must have raced in one race at least, I believe, unless you want to pay double the entry fee here for that last race. So we're going to have to see what happens there, Phil. I've heard some rumors and some grumblings that something may happen for that last race. We'll have to just stick to everything out there, stick to your guns, and watch for the TDR Pro Late Model Series to make a post.
Absolutely right, guys. You got to find TDR iRacing here. Find us on Facebook. Find TDR Sim Racing League in the iRacing simulation. TDR-racing.net/iRacing is the website, guys. Come get involved. $5 to be a part of this great series here. Great racing, great time, and full flag-to-flag coverage here live on Full Velocity TV. You can't ask for it better. So on behalf of all the guys over at TDR Racing League for this RTZ Open Pro Late Model Series, thanks from all of them for having us back over here. Todd Stanton, great job tonight at the controls. That new layout looked awesome, and can't wait to see how we enhance that over the next couple of weeks. My name is Phil Lacasse. We'd like to thank you guys for all the support here for Full Velocity TV. We're back on the airwaves 2 nights from now for Wednesday night street fights over with Dirt Warrior Racing at the Lanier Speedway for a 60-lap main event Wednesday night. So, you know, be on the lookout now. Check out the YouTube page. Subscribe. You will get us on the air here 2 nights from now here with more of Full Velocity TV. You all have a good night and be safe out there.